Good day, Molweni, goeiedag. My name is Andre Trutte and I was elected as Mayor of Saldanha Bay on the 17th of November 2021. Local government has many different stakeholders, each with competing and different needs. We know that we deal with public money, and it is important for me to communicate to you how we spend this money from you, national government and provincial government. It is for this reason that we've decided to produce this YouTube video. In fact, we've produced 14 YouTube videos, one for each ward, for your convenience. This is done to enhance the transparency for the 2022-2023 budget public participation process. We have commenced to embark on a process to formulate our new strategic focus areas and objectives. This will include the 5th generation IDP that will be developed later in 2022 and approved by Council in 2023. The focus areas that are envisaged for my term will be on the economy, safety, innovation, collaboration and morals regeneration, service delivery, financial and institutional viability. During the IDP public meetings that will be planned for later this year, I will provide more information on this. The municipal manager, chief financial officer and ward councillor will also form part of these videos. This production will be done for your benefit. I hope that you will find it useful and I look forward to your input in our budget. Thank you and God bless you. Have a good day.
Good day. My name is Heinrich Mettler and I am the Municipal Manager of the Saldanha Bay Municipality. The budget for the next 3 years was tabled to Council on the 31st of March 2022, as well as the last review of the current Integrated Development Plan, or in short, the IDP. In this video, all relevant information about the budget will be shared. The local community is invited, everybody is invited, to submit written representation on the budget. Therefore, anyone who wants to make a budget input can do so, but please no later than the 28th of April 2022. Written input must be submitted to the following email address: idpbudget@sbm.gov.za, or alternatively to all our frontline personnel at the municipal offices in the various towns. The municipality's website is a great source of information for the public. All our budget documentation is available on the website. The web address is www.sbm.gov.za. The municipality has followed a diligent budget process in the compilation of this budget. Just an example, our Budget Steering Committee, which is a statutory committee, has met 4 times since October 2021 up until February 2022 to consider and discuss this budget. Between the 11th and the 25th of April, the municipality has visited and will visit all 7 towns in our municipal area to present the budget to our communities. We hope that you were there. This YouTube video that you are currently watching was created to enhance information sharing of the budget. Please pause the video when you require more time to read the information on the screen. On the 5th of May 2022, the Council will consider the budget inputs that were received. The final budget will be considered for approval on the 31st of May 2022 for implementation as from the 1st of July 2022. I will now hand over to our Chief Financial Officer, who will discuss some of the most important budget information with you. Thereafter, some of the ward councillors will share some other pertinent information with you. Thank you very much.
The objective of the municipality during the budget planning process was to keep the rates and tariffs affordable, but within a framework to recover its budgeted expenditure from realistic anticipated revenue. The total budgeted operating revenue for 22-23 is 1.39 billion rand, which includes grants of 176 million from national and provincial government. The budgeted operating expenditure for 22-23 is 1.77 billion, consisting of 1.39 billion operating expenditure and 374 million capital expenditure. The pie graph on the screen indicates that most of the operating revenue for 22-23 will come from electricity, property rates and water revenue. In total, it comprises 66% of the total revenue. Sewage and refuse removal services will be 13% of total revenue for 22-23. The operating expenditure pie graph on the screen indicates that most of the operating expenditure for 22-23 will be spent on employee cost, bulk purchases of electricity and water, and depreciation that make up 77% of the total budgeted operating expenditure. The next few slides relate to information on the capital budget. When the capital budget is compiled, the inputs from the community are considered. Annually around September and October, IDP public meetings are held with the community where they provide inputs on the future budgets of the municipality. Unfortunately, it is not possible for all the IDP inputs to be included in the budget. The aggregated IDP inputs always outweighs the financial resources of the municipality, and the inputs are then prioritized according to the specific model that is currently on the screen. Projects relating to basic municipal services, that is water, electricity, roads and stormwater, sanitation and refuse removal, will always receive the highest priority. In the next few years, 173 million will be spent on roads infrastructure, 104 million will be spent on water supply infrastructure, 226 million, the biggest capital budget allocation, will be spent on sewage infrastructure. Therefore, from the total capital budget for the next 3 years of 851 million rand, 59% will be spent on these three infrastructure asset categories. The capital budget of 851 million rand is allocated in different wards as per the geographical location of each project. Sometimes a project will service more than one ward, even though it is located in a specific ward. The total projects that are to the benefit of more than one ward amount to 311 million rand, or 37%, and is allocated to the whole of the municipality category. The top 15 capital projects for the next 3 years equate to 45% of the total capital budget of 851 million rand. Some of the top 15 capital projects are development of a new municipal building of 85 million rand for the administrative staff of the municipality, a new wastewater treatment works plant in Britannia Bay, the rehabilitation and reseal of various roads, additional reservoir capacity at Olifantskop, services for the future housing project in Vredenburg, bulk sewer infrastructure upgrade at the Louwville wastewater treatment works plant. Also significant is the replacement of water meters program, which is number 14 on the list and amounts to 30 million rand. Lastly on the capital budget is the funding sources. The municipality generally has 3 different sources to fund the capital budget. The biggest funding source is from internal funds, the Capital Replacement Reserve, which will fund 458 million rand of the 851 million rand, or 54%. Secondly is loans, which will fund 224 million rand, or 26%. Lastly is from grants, which will fund 170 million rand, or 20%. Moving to the rates and tariff increases for the period 1 July 22 to 30 June 23. From 1 July 2022, property rates will increase on average with 10%, electricity will increase with 7.47%, water consumption will not increase. The basic fee on water will increase with 4%, that is R4.20 per month. Refuse removal will increase with 4%, sewage will increase with 11%, All other sundry tariffs will increase with 4%. A balanced approach has been followed to calculate the budget. For example, water on consumption will not increase, and the refuse removal tariff and sundry tariffs will increase at a rate below inflation. Property rights revenue for the municipality will on average increase with 10%. All properties were revalued in 2021, and the new valuation rule will be effective from 1 July 2022. The average increase in the market values of all properties in the municipal area was 27%. To lessen the impact on ratepayers of the higher market values, the municipality will decrease its rate and cent tariff with 11%. The electricity tariff increase of 7.47% is determined independently by NERSA. The sewage tariff will increase with 11%. Over the next 3 years, there are large capital sewage infrastructure projects which is mostly financed from loans requiring a higher increase in the tariff. The impact of the sewage tariff of 11% carries a low weight in the overall cost of the basket of municipal services. Only 7% of the total revenue of the municipality comes from sewage revenue. Relief is provided to indigent households. A household that has a combined gross income of not more than 6,200 Rand qualifies to be registered as an indigent household. Approximately 25% of all households in the municipality is registered to receive indigent subsidies. These subsidies are 50 units of free electricity per month, 6 kiloliters of free water per month, free refuse removal, free sewage based on an earth size of not more than 250 square meter. Property rates are free provided that the property value is not more than 220,000 Rand. The property rates market value threshold for indigents will be increased from 185,000 to 220,000 from 1 July 2022 to assist indigent households who may be affected by the new valuation roll increases. Relief is also provided to pensioners. The relief is proportioned according to the monthly gross income. For example, pensioners earning a gross income of less than 12,900 Rand will not pay property rates. The rebate is annually adjusted with inflation. The next 5 slides will illustrate the impact of the 22-23 rates and tariff increases for various categories of consumers. The first one is the impact on indigent households. The impact of the increase in this scenario will be an additional 7 Rand per month from July 2022 onwards. That is a 4.2% increase. The impact of the increase in this scenario for medium to large households will be an additional 196 Rand per month. That is a 6.9% increase for conventional electricity consumers. For prepaid electricity consumers, it will be an additional 269 Rand per month or a 10.1% increase. Prepaid electricity consumers pay 57 Rand per month less on electricity than conventional consumers. Taking the previous scenario analysis further for the medium to large households. Here, the monthly municipal cost to consumers is analyzed and weighted, the so-called basket analysis. Electricity is by far the biggest cost. It is 45% of the total monthly municipal bill. Second is property rates at 20%. Third is water at 16%. Then sewage at 10%. And lastly, refuse removal at 9%. This slide speaks to the impact for medium businesses. In this scenario, they will pay on average 7.7% more on their monthly municipal account from 1 July 2022. This slide is provided to illustrate the impact of the new valuation roll that will be implemented on 1 July 2022. In this scenario, The assumptions that were used are: the current property valuation is 2.5 million rand. It will increase with 27% to 3.175 million rand. As mentioned before, the rate in cent will be decreased by 11% to reduce the impact on property owners as a result of the higher market values of the properties. Therefore, this property owner with a new market valuation of 3.175 million rand will pay 181 rand more per month for property rates. This slide is an illustration of the capital investment that the Western Cape Provincial Government will make into the municipal area. A total of 639 million rand will be spent over the next 3 years. 308 million rand on roads, 193 million on education, 121 million on housing, where the municipality acts as an agent for the Western Cape Government. 70 million rand will be spent on health. A total of 308 million rand will be spent on roads infrastructure by the Western Cape Government, with a total project cost of 540 million rand. The biggest project will be the road between Vredenburg and Stompnes Bay. 6 different schools will benefit from the capital investment of 193 million rand by the Western Cape Government over the next 3 years. The total project cost amounts to 445 million rand. Health projects over the next 3 years will only be 17 million rand, as various existing projects will be completed. The total project cost is 352 million rand. The next 2 slides speak to the housing projects over the next 3 years. Housing is not the mandate of local government, and the municipality acts as the implementing agent. The first slide relates to the capital expenditure. A total of 122 million rand will be spent on municipal services to create the required infrastructure. The second slide speaks to the operating expenditure, in other words, the housing top structures. A total of 220 houses will be built over the next 3 years. There are 4 different housing top structure projects on the budget. In Ward 2, Witteklip, the planning phase of the project will commence in the 2024-25 financial year. In Ward 12, Louwville, 50 houses are included in the 22-23 financial year. In Ward 13, Louwville, 85 houses are included in the 23-24 financial year and 70 houses in the 24-25 financial year. In Ward 14, Langebaan, 15 houses are included in the 24-25 financial year.
Good day, I am Michael Scheffers and I'm the Ward Councillor for Ward 13. Over the next 3 years, the municipality will invest 50 million in capital projects in Ward 13. These projects are mostly on roads, sewer distribution, electricity, street lights, water infrastructure and security. Included in the capital budget is a total of 14.2 million that relates to capital projects not completed in the previous financial year that will be rolled over to the 2022-2023 financial year for completion. I hope you have found our video production informative.